Last time on SV Sparkle Muffin. Ryan Nelson inspects the rig and finds corrosion in the lifelines.
So that's going to let moisture in.
Dangles 40 feet in the air at the top of the mast.
So originally this is probably 3/8.
Finds that some of the lines are too large and shows me how to disassemble a winch.
Whoa.
Look at the little dead crab carcass. Isn't that cute? Oh, there's two of them. He has a friend. Aww. Yes. Ooh, look. LEDs. LEDs. This morning I'm on Charmer to meet marine surveyor Françoise Ramsay. Françoise was super thorough and incredibly detailed in her examination. Her knowledge of myriad boat systems is vast and impressive. It's mind-boggling how many systems and how many things there are to know, even for a small boat like Charmer. First, we take a look for the anchor light at the top of the mast. We're looking for the anchor light. Alas, the anchor light did not shine, which means going up the mast to fix it. That'll be a fun project. This is the aft locker. Next, we began poking around the many nooks and crannies to see what we find. All right. We find the rudder post, and Françoise tells me about the autopilot and the packing gland which keeps water from entering the boat at the rudder post. Right here. It's a big red alarm bell. Looking.
Yeah.
Okay. We discover the engine starting battery and a disassembled anchor.
So some assembly required.
Yeah. And the essential bilge pump, which pumps water out of the lowest point in the boat, as well as a surprise lurking deep in the belly. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, let's pop it open and drink up. Cerveza. Somehow we never got around to sampling the well-matured beverage.
That's it.
I really gained an appreciation for the breadth of things to consider on a boat. This fire extinguisher is empty. Next, we test the paddle wheel used to measure the boat's speed through the water.
So I'm going to spin it, and you're going to tell me if you see any reading.
We got 1.2 knots, woohoo! 1.6, faster, faster! And the cockpit shower gives Françoise an unexpected dousing. That's one way to get a shower. Oh, there you go. I meander around trying to familiarize myself with the various components. And Françoise examines the propane tanks.
1094.
What metal are these made out of?
Aluminum.
Aluminum? Okay. We take a look at the gasoline outboard engine for the dinghy. And then the main engine. Yeah. For a 34-footer. Françoise shoots photos of the major systems to include in her survey report. While Charmer has unusually good engine access for a vessel her size, it's still necessary to twist and contort to get into the tight spaces. Boat yoga?
Yeah, boat yoga. Insulation here is pretty short, so it's kind of crumbly.
we discover a cubbyhole chock full of hidden treasures. And I take on the task of removing a panel so we can see what lies beneath. It's a water heater! And a random hose.
Keep an eye on these hoses because you don't want to lose your coolant.
It's part of
Yep.
the engine cooling system. Ooh.
Yes.
Francoise exercises the stove. And has a close encounter of the tea kettle kind. Oh, careful.
If you invert,
Yeah,
it could.
yeah,
It could come out.
okay.
Yeah. You might have other problem as well.
Yes. Oh my gosh, look at that.
I use it to test the
Yeah, that's so
outlet.
cool.
Yeah. This is the C-strainer for the engine.
I found the throwable PFD.
Terminals here, you've got these wing nuts.
Oh wow, yep, uh-huh.
For battery cables that need really to be cranked down.
Francoise is looking around when Captain Rod Mayer arrives.
So I hear Chuck from Chuck's Marine's been here. So it's safe to take over to, we're hauling out today. Everything's,
That's as far as I know, yeah.
John, I
that's
just
good
saw
for-
John, he says we're gonna be taking it.
Rod starts the engine and prepares for departure. While Francoise celebrates getting the inverter to work. Yes! We make our way over to the boatyard where Charmer will be hauled out of the water for a thorough examination of her hopefully not soft underbelly. Since the boat is still owned by the seller at this point, the seller arranges for a skipper to get the boat to the boatyard, and that's where Captain Rod comes in. My agent John was such an invaluable guide through the process. Since there were only 34 Cabo Rico 34s built, they're a rare find. John let me know as soon as he heard of one coming onto the market.
Kill it for me. You gotta get used to that. It's a tough one to pull. All right, there you go.
With Charmer docked and the paperwork in order, it was finally haul-out time. A massive crane on wheels uses heavy straps to lift Charmer out of the water.
Blisters, I'm not seeing anything.
Yeah.
Nice boat.
The bottom is pressure washed to clean it off.
So these you weren't able to exercise yet, these?
Well, that was work.
AC in with this here. Right there. Okay. Fine, but I would do that.
Okay. Francoise uses a hammer to methodically tap the underside and listens for any signs of water intrusion or other issues that would be revealed by a change in the sound.
That is a solid rudder.
Yeah, I am so glad to hear that. Rudders are notorious problem spots for water intrusion, and I'm relieved that Charmer's is in top shape. It's a laborious and time-consuming process, and Francoise covers every square inch without detecting any problems. The haul-out inspection complete, John and I return to the office to wrap up the business end of things as Charmer makes her way back to the water where she belongs. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thank you, man.
Thank you. They speak to your personality.
We head back to the marina to finish up the inspection. I open up a floor panel. That smells like a holding tank. Indeed, it's where septic waste from the toilet is kept, and Charmer's 40-gallon tank came full of sloshy goodness. We continue rummaging to see what we find. Next, we try out the heater. I look at some manuals and other documents while Francoise works. All in all, the inspection reveals that while Charmer has some things that are showing their age or could be improved, she's a sturdily constructed and seaworthy vessel fit for taking on oceans. And so, I adopt her from the shelter. Hey guys, Chuck here. If you like this video, subscribe so you don't miss out on the next adventure. Also consider supporting the creation of these videos on Patreon and enjoy exclusive benefits and access as well.